How's it going, everybody? This is David Hedge with Two Edges Smash Gaming, and today we're going to go over some tips and tricks for your next convention that you're going to, whether it be Gen Con coming up in a few weeks, Dragon Con, Otakon, Origins, San Diego Comic Con, any kind of con. Hopefully these tips and tricks will help you guys out. It's something that we've used and it's helped us out a whole lot, and hopefully it'll help you out as well. We're also going to go over our game plan of what games we're going to be looking for while we're at Gen Con 2019, which is 23 days away. I cannot believe it's getting that close already. Good Lord. Alright, so here we go. So tip number one, purchase your badge. Very simple. And some of these I went over last year, this year, make it a little more entertaining, but also to elaborate a little bit more, because last year, first time trying it, might have missed some stuff. So make sure you purchase your badge and purchase your event tickets early, especially for gaming conventions like Gen Con and Origins. The reason why is that you purchase your badge, you're not going to be risking anything of not being able to get into an event. Also, get your when you get your badge, you'll be able to get your event tickets. Make sure you get your event tickets as well, because they sell out really quick. Good case in point this year, True Dungeon was an event that I want to get into. Luckily I was able to do it this year because I put 10 different things on my wish list, and luckily I was able to get into one of the time frames. So if you go to a convention and they offer a wish list then you can process through, definitely do it. It helps you out and it saves you time, and it may save you peace of mind in the long run. So that's the first thing. Also, to go along with that, if you have the option, get the stuff shipped to you. Granted, you might leave it at home, but if you do, that's on you. Trust me, I've already got my stuff already packed away, ready to roll. However, it is easier to get stuff shipped to you and take it with you instead of waiting in line. Because last year when we went to Gen Con, there was the longest lines I have seen for tickets in quite some time. And hopefully it won't be as bad this year for everybody else. But we went ahead and got our badges taken care of. They're right here. We got them with the cool legendary James Bond 007 lanyard. And it is all set to go, and I cannot wait to just walk in there and be able to see everything and not have to wait in line. If I do, it'll be for some sort of event that popped up I didn't know about before, and now I'll be able to go to it and it will be fantastic, as long as it doesn't sell out. So we'll see what happens. Alright, next thing is to make sure you dress appropriately. If you're cosplaying or if you're just going as a gamer, make sure you wear comfortable clothes, because you will be walking around a lot. This is definitely true for Gen Con, true for Dragon Con, true for San Diego Comic Con. Just, you'll be walking around a whole lot, so you'll want to make sure you dress comfortably and wear proper footwear that's already broken in. If you take brand new shoes to a convention and you're going to break them in during that time, you're probably going to end up breaking in your shoes, but also your feet will be killing you the whole time, and it'll make the convention not as enjoyable. So definitely make sure that you wear proper footwear, make sure you dress comfortably and appropriately, and if you are cosplaying, be appropriate. Don't be, if you're dressing as Chewbacca and you have to wear that big suit, make sure you have a way to cool yourself, dude, because I've seen people dress in like the heavy materials and like with Darth Vader, Chewbacca, anything with a lot of different layers or heavy material, and they don't stay hydrated. I've seen people pass out and it's not fun. I definitely want to see that happen. So if you're going to cosplay, make sure you keep hydrated and make sure that you're able to be cool, because like this summer's been really hot already, and I can't wait to, actually no, I can't wait to see what's going to be in Indy, because it might end up being really hot. So if you're cosplaying, keep cool. If you're not cosplaying, still keep cool. Don't want to have anybody passing out. Next thing, if you can, make sure to carry some cash on you. I know it's a foreign concept this day and age because everybody's wanting to take their credit cards and stuff like that. But make sure you have some cash on you for like tips, in case there's some vendors that only accept cash, things like that. So make sure you carry a good little bit of cash, because as always, like it is in Las Vegas, cash is king. Or at least maybe that might have been on Auction Hunters or something, I don't know. Next, make sure you plan out your parking. That's right, if you drive up there, you're going to need to park your car. And if you don't know where you're going to park, chances are you're going to be paying out the wazoo for it. And for you younger kids, if you don't know what a wazoo is, just ask your parents. They'll tell you. But anyway, so with parking, if you have the option of prepaying for a parking spot somewhere, definitely do it. In my case, for Gen Con this year, Gate 10 had it set up to where you can purchase a 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 day parking pass with them, also single day passes, and that's what I did. I went online as soon as they went up, got my parking pass, and I'm all set. I had to print it out. All I gotta do is go to the parking lot, show my receipt, they give me the little placard or whatever to put in my window or in my dash, and I'm all set to go. So definitely, if you know you're going to be driving to an event, definitely find a place to park. You may be paying a little bit more for parking than usual for a convention, but this way you have a control of where you're going to park at. Some conventions, it's very hard to find parking, and when you do, they charge $30, $40, $50, $60 a day. And hopefully this will help you out next time. Be prepared of paying that much if you do drive. This might help you out to where you don't have to pay as much, but you also get to see like the different price points and everything, so you'll get to know which one you want to go with. So, a little food for thought right there. Next, this is my favorite option. Scope out the food choices at the convention that you're going to. There's a lot of different places around all of the conventions. Like Indianapolis, they have a bunch of food trucks. They have so many different good restaurants that are around the area. And one thing I do is I'll purchase gift cards leading up to Gen Con or whatever convention I go to, so I can have that money set aside, ready to go for when I go on my trip. So for example, for me, I have a $50 gift card to Fogo. Thanks, Mom. I also got a gift card to Hooters, gift card for Steak and Shake, for Subway, and for P.F. Chang's. Those are some great places I like going to eat. Stuff like Steak and Shake, I can get 2 or 3 meals out of a gift card. Same thing for Subway. And the other ones are like the one-time deals. Just go in, have some great food from there. Hooters, love their fried pickles. P.F. Chang's is always a great choice. And Fogo, who doesn't like an endless supply of food? Especially meat. So those are my choices, but I'm also going to be hitting the food trucks as well, and it's going to be great. So I need to make sure I lose some weight, more weight, so I can gain a little bit back when I'm at Indianapolis, Indiana, because they have some good food. Next thing, make sure that you schedule breaks. Don't overdo yourself. Don't overschedule yourself for anything. It's best to have some downtime when you're at a convention, especially for something as big as Gen Con or San Diego Comic-Con. Make sure that you take the time to get a little breather, go get some fresh air, get some water, get some food, because you don't want to go through the whole day, not drink anything, not eat anything, and the next thing you know, you are in deep trouble. You are feeling sick. You might feel like you're going to pass out. Don't do it. Like, it's not worth it. The events will be there, or the product will be there when you get to it. And if it's not, you'll be able to buy it a few days or a few weeks later. Don't make yourself sick for a product. Not worth it. Along that same vein, make sure at conventions, especially Gen Con all, when there's a certain product release coming up that you want to go and get, chances are you might not get it, and if that's the case, just remember it will be on sale a few weeks later, online or at your local game store. So don't lose your temper. I've seen people before, and this hasn't happened recently, but way back in the day, especially with WizKids when they had convention exclusives, people would be getting mad at each other in line because somebody would think skip line, or somebody would try and bamboozle the dealers or anything like that. By the way, for you younger kids, bamboozle, not the bean boozles, but it's a different terminology. Again, ask your folks. They've used it for years. But I've seen people get in fights over that stuff, and this was like 7, 8, 9 years ago when WizKids had the convention exclusives, and it's not worth it. You're going to be able to get the stuff. It might take you a little bit longer if you don't get at your convention, but remember, you're there to have fun. If you can get something cool, awesome. If you can't, you'll pick it up later. It's perfectly fine. Don't let it bum you out. And the big thing is, we're wanting to have fun at these conventions. We don't want to spread hatred or anything, because that's not what we want to do. We want to have fun, and there's no reason to get mad. So don't get mad. Be glad that you're there at the convention. It'll be okay. Last but not least, and this will transition into my next thing, Plan out your games and plan out your attack for the convention hall, for the dealer's hall, for the exhibit hall, for whatever hall you go into. Because there's so much stuff that you're going to want to get to, and we have a list of stuff. We have the booth numbers and everything that we're going to go see. And so I would like to actually share that with you guys, because that might be some stuff you want to get into if you're at Gen Con, or it might be something that's at the pop-up Gen Con. That might be at your local game store, which, by the way, if you go through GenCon.com, you can pre-register for the pop-up Gen Con and see the list of all the different stores that are being used for that first time ever event. Which, by the way, if you're in Roanoke, Virginia, Star City Games has a pop-up Gen Con. Definitely check it out. $5 to get access to some great games. One of the games, Terror Below, which is a game I'm looking forward to from Renegade Games, will be a part of pop-up Gen Con. And for $5, you get a badge, you get a lanyard, and you get a pin. And that's not a bad deal. So if you can get to a pop-up Gen Con, definitely do it. But if you can't, or if you're going to be at the Gen Con, I got a list of games I'm looking for, and let me know what you're looking for in the comments below, because you might be looking for something I'll check out, be like, hey, I'll definitely do it. And this list might have some stuff you don't know about, and you might go check it out too. And if you do, definitely let me know and say, hey, your video is great, and I found a game I wanted to get. So, alright, so for my plan of attack, these are the games I'm looking for. So, first off, Fury of Dracula from WizKids Games. I'm looking for a good deal on this game, as well as Betrayal Legacy from Avalon Hill. I would include their dealer numbers, but they don't have one. I haven't really seen a WizKids booth set up on the exhibit hall list. If there is one, definitely let me know, because I want to go to them and pick up Fury of Dracula. If not, then I'll be able to find it from a different dealer. Perfectly cool with me. Same thing is true for, like I said, Betrayal Legacy, Overlords of Infamy, Misery Loves Company, the expansion for Overlords of Infamy. That game right there, great game, by the way, love it. They did an amazing job. Unfortunately, they don't have a booth number yet because they share their booth with somebody else. Like last year, they got in last minute with another dealer, so hopefully I might be able to walk around. If I see a corgi with a cape, I definitely know that's where I need to go. Next, at 2139, SRG Universe, home of the SRG Super Show. And I'm going to go by there, pick up some more superstars so I can start getting that game rolling at my local game store. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the SRG World Championship. I cut the promo a few weeks ago and I was ready to do it, but Japan Made Games has their party and I have a shot to go in there and check it out. Last year I went, it wasn't the best thing. They want me to come back this year and give it a try, so Sean and I are going to go check it out, and hopefully it's a lot better, and hopefully I won't be regretting my decision. I don't think I will, but if I do, just know this, SRG Super Show, SRG Universe, will be coming for that World Championship, and it might be next year. And if I do, I will dang sure be ready. A little promo right there. Alright, next at I can't read my handwriting. 2611, Big Trouble in Little China, the board game from Everything Epic. I got a chance to look at it last year from afar, and it looks like a great game, and I've seen it played several times. The only thing is, when I went to go and check it out, they were very busy, so I wasn't able to check it out last year, and the miniatures weren't painted. I really want them to be painted because there's so many different ways that you can paint, like the Beholder Juniors and things like that were in the game. So hopefully they do that this year, and if they do, or if they don't, I will definitely still check it out because I want to check out that game because Big Trouble in Little China, I love the movie, and I'm sure I'm going to love the board game. Next from Simon at 417, Wacky Races, a Hanna-Barbera classic cartoon, and they did it in board game form. And if I could play a board game with Dick Dastardly and Muttley, I am definitely going to do it. So Simon has that coming out. Hopefully, it should be really good because a lot of stuff that Simon does is really great. And hopefully this is another one. So being able to create a racetrack, have your racers go through, maybe get the mess up to the racers, stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to love it, and I can't wait to try it out, and that's at 417. At 137 is Batman Talisman, or Talisman Batman Edition, Supervillain Edition. I'm looking forward to that because supervillains, love supervillains. My favorite ones are Joker and Harley, which you can see behind me. Got several different Jokers and Harleys there in the pop form. And I can't wait to try it out. I've been starting to learn the rules for the original Talisman, which I have an unboxing video coming up soon, so you can see how bad I messed up figuring out the figures in that one. And we're going to have some fun with that later in the future, but with Talisman Batman, should be a lot of fun to check that out. Also, there's a Kingdom Hearts one looking to check out as well. And plus, there is a new game which is similar to the Avengers Thanos Rising game, which is a Harry Potter based game where there is a He Who Shall Not Be Named figure attacking the different students and wizards throughout Hogwarts and the wizarding world of Harry Potter while you're having to deal with the Death Eaters. So definitely can't wait to check that out as well. Next is going to be a demo just to refresh my memory of the rules, which is a 941, A Touch of Evil from Flying Frog. That one I'm looking forward to because first time Cindy and I tried that, we had a lot of fun, got the game, got it signed, had some fun playing with it. Unfortunately, we haven't really had it in our gaming rotation as of late, so I'm going to get the demo to refresh my memory on it. And by the way, the Batman Talisman, all that, that is from USA Opoly or the Op. So I want to make sure I backtrack so I can get that. Next at 329, Kamigami Battles from Japanime Games. This is a redo from Kamigami Goddess several years ago, which came in this little can. This time it's a great big box set. Different take on the game. Love the artwork, and I cannot wait to pick it up and try it out. Next one is from Jasco Games. Level 99 Games is Exceed Street Fighter at 2119. This one, it's basically, if you want Street Fighter but you don't want to go with the UFS game, which is Ultimate Fighting System, you go with Exceed. So I can't wait to try that out. And then finally, Reaver of Midgard from Gray Fox Games at 2801. This one, if you play Champions of Midgard, which that one's a worker placement game where you're defending the city and becoming the next Jarl. This one, you are going through and pillaging and plundering and defeating monsters, and it is amazing, and I cannot wait to try it out at Gen Con 2019. And that is just some of the games that are coming out. There is Power Rangers that are coming out. Power Rangers Heroes from the Grid. We have Mutants from Lucky Duck Games. Power Rangers from Renegade Games. Terra Below from Renegade Games. We have Charmed and Dangerous coming out. There's so many different games that I can't wait to try. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys will join us once again August 1st through the 4th on our Facebook page, here on YouTube, and everywhere that you can join us. Definitely do so because it is going to be a blast. But that's our tips to get ready for the convention. That's what we're looking forward to at Gen Con 2019. And we hope you found this a little bit informative or at least entertaining because I love to talk and hopefully I made a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. As always, click the bell above so you never miss an upload. Make sure you check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/2HedgesSmashGaming. And that's right, I said / because I look back and for year and a half, I've been messing up saying backslash. It's not a backslash, it's a / So you know what? That's a step forward in my direction. I'm glad of that. So definitely check out our Facebook page so you can see what else we're getting into. We just got done with the Core Set 2020 pre-release at Blade Gaming. And both Blade Gaming and Star City Games in Roanoke, Virginia had amazing turnouts for this event. It was a whole lot of fun. If you're into Magic, next time go to a pre-release. I guarantee you will not regret it. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. And until next time, take care.